Aha! I'm the Noodle Hunter! And I've got something from the lands of the Korea. Sesame Ramen by the company Ottogi. Weighing in at 110 grams of dry weight and a caloric content of approximately 500. When I think of the sesame flavor, I think of it as something you would garnish a dish with to enhance the overall flavor. However, I've never seen sesame being a main component in a savory dish. Maybe I'm just uncultured. Leave in the comments below if there are other dishes that you know so that you can inform me about this and I don't sound super ignorant. Perhaps the intention of this dish is a bibimbap flavor though, because as you can see on the picture there, that raw egg yolk would be great if I had it. But I'm going to be reviewing these noodles for what they are. Whatever is inside this, I guess we'll only find out what it'll truly taste like if I give it a taste test. Inside we have, of course, the noodles. Ooh, these noodles look like your standard Ottogi cup noodles. It also includes an egg block according to the ingredients. I believe this could be an omelette of some sort, but in the ingredients it says that it is some sort of whole milk powder and something else to bind it together. I can't remember specifically, but I love the fact they include this, a protein, to enhance the noodle experience. They don't have to do that, but doing so, it just makes you remember it that much more. And it has the soup powder, because it wouldn't be soup noodles without it. That's right. And the oil. That oil looks very red. I wonder if it's going to be spicy or not. Anyway, let's move on to the next part. But before we do, let's read the instructions. I can't read Korean or anything, but according to the pictures and the numbers, it looks like you can cook it in two different ways. You can either microwave it for 2 minutes or use standard boiling water and wait for 4 minutes. But since this is the noodle channel and I've always done this, I'm going to use the boiling water. Anyway, let's season these noodles. Whoa, would you look at that? It's totally orangey red. It smells almost like kimchi. But what if it is? I'm gonna have to dip my fingers in this one. Alrighty, let's see how this tastes. Ooh, spicy and very similar to kimchi, but almost not. It has more sesame to it. I guess these are sesame ramen. Anyway, onwards. This egg block looks like very compressed, dried scrambled eggs. If you take a look at this texture, if it wants to focus my camera, hope it is, you can see like the individual white and yolk together. Nice. I have a feeling when I rehydrate this is just gonna break apart. Very similar to a ramen I've reviewed in the past, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, it's gonna be getting my 20 grams of protein a day. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm losing the plot. Anyway, onwards. And you know, I always gotta taste the oil just to see what the flavors could be like. Tastes like spicy. Ooh, that caught me off a little bit off guard. Tastes like spicy sesame oil. This is gonna taste pretty awesome. I have a pretty awesome feeling about this. At first I was a bit worried at sesame ramen. What is there to offer? But there's a lot more flavors to expect from this particular ramen. Okay, let's move on to the next part. And the next part is to boil these noodles. I can just already feel the aroma spread throughout this room, invigorating my nostrils with that sesame Korean ramen goodness. Alright, here we go. Let's see if the eggs break up when I pour it in. There isn't a line, so I'm just gonna maybe just submerge these noodles because I don't want to dilute it. Very good, very good. And I'm gonna have to break up this egg. And just as I expected, when I rip it up, as you can see here, rip it up. When I put the hot water in, the egg yolk, or egg block as I should say it, breaks up into this kind of like scrambled egg sort of consistency. Okay. Ooh, it's very light to the smell actually. I was expecting it to be more strong with sesame flavors. But, oh no! I'm gonna have to wait 4 arduous minutes! Yeah, it's been about 4 minutes now. So, are you guys ready for the grand opening of Sesame Ramen by the company Ottogi? Bam! Whoa! Well, let's mix it up real quick. Now that's what I love. Do you see that scrambled egg? And dang, that egg block was like a little surprise in a box, and when you put that hot water in, it's like a jack in the box, and boom! You have this amazing eggy goodness. And you know what I'm going to say next. It's time to taste the soup first with me trusty Asian plastic ladle. This brings me back a lot of memories. Alright, that's a story for another time. Okay, let's dig in with the soup. Ooh. I say this in every video, but I just love those little red oil bubbles. They look like sesame oil explosions of bomb goodness. What am I trying to say? Sesame bomb oils. Yeah, I'm struggling. My English is kind of failing me right now. But will my taste buds? Oh, that sweet kimchi spiciness went away when I added water to the soup. However, the sesame flavor is a lot more pronounced in these noodles. Gonna have to go back for another sip with a piece of egg in there as well. That eggy texture is very soft and it dissolves in your mouth. That's what eggs should really taste like. My English, sorry, I don't know what I was trying to say there. And it really complements the sesame flavor of this ramen. It's not restaurant quality, that's for sure. The egg itself, when you rehydrate it, is restaurant quality, but the soup, it's not too salty, and it has that nice sesame aftertaste and a bit of spiciness. Very subtle sweetness to it as well. And however, there isn't no kimchi taste, unlike the when I tested it with the powder on my bare finger. But it is very enjoyable to eat, and for that reason, I'm gonna be giving it a solid 8 out of 10. Oh yeah, it's time to move on to the noodles with my trusty chopsticks. Yeah, my weapon of choice, diving in for the tasks that only it can do, pulling up noodles. I guess forks will work as well, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Nice, look at that. You can see the red oil stuck to the noodles. And I wonder how long these noodles are. Whoa, not too long in this case. I love it when you pull it up and you're just like, oh no, I just don't have enough arm length to pull any more. Oh, anyway, that's the simple joys in life. These noodles, they're al dente, bouncy, and soft all at the same time. Actually, it's more closer to the softer side of al dente, but as you chew on it, it has this kind of puffiness to the noodle. So the chili, the chili got the better of me. It's really interesting. The best way to describe it is that these noodles feel like there's micro air bubbles inside. So when you chew on it, and you can feel the sesame aroma just invigorate and fill your mouth with that flavor. That's really quite nice. Wow, that's something very new, you know. I haven't had something like this for a while, but gosh, I sound like I'm a smoker. Gee whiz. Wow, this is very unique tasting. It has, yeah, it's exactly that. So when you bite into it, it's like you're not eating a dense ramen. It's like there's some sort of unique texture to it. It's like there's a jumping castle in my mouth. It's the best way as I chew on this. And every time I bite into it, it's puffing air, and really, re-inviting the sesame aroma that's already stuck to these noodles. That's actually quite nice. It's definitely not gourmet instant ramen, but You know what? I'm gonna give it a pretty good score just because it has that unique texture of a solid 9.5 out of 10. You know what it's time to move on to combine the soup and the chopsticks. Sorry, the noodles. My mistake. And we're gonna fill up my spoon with some soup and some, oh shoot, here we go, some noodles. Wait, I need a little bit more. I wish they gave me a slightly bigger egg block. That would be pretty awesome. Whoa, now that looks like a spicy flavor bomb. I must admit though, you barely can taste the eggy flavor unless you consciously look for those egg scraps that are in the soup. But other than that, it's actually still pretty good. Cheers, everyone. Whoa. I'm gonna admit, there isn't too much depth into these noodles, but it's still very enjoyable. It's clean tasting, and that's what makes it taste good. It doesn't taste overly oily, and having something overly oily can really ruin the taste because you can get over that fattiness after a while. But it's a very clean tasting, spicy, and sesame oily sort of soup. It's something that you won't get sick of, and you can go back for seconds and thirds and fourths, and each bite it just gets better and better, and it doesn't get old. Like, you can have something really fatty in a soup and it just tastes horrible, but this, oh my lord. Let's go again. Bam. Oh shoot, I made the bam noise prematurely. There we go. This tastes perfect on a winter's day, and on a summer's day, sometimes sweating will make you feel cooler. I think that's what the point of sweating is. I don't know what I'm talking about here. These noodles do exactly that. The spiciness level of this is probably about a 4 out of 10. So not a first degree burn, but one of those burns that when you actually hit like maybe 60 degrees on your on your skin, you're like, and you shake it out and it doesn't burn afterwards. That's a sort of spiciness level it is. Combining the noodles together, I'm going to be giving it a solid, I reckon a solid 8.5, 8.25 out of 10. It's up there, but it's definitely not up there, if you know what I'm saying. It still tastes like instant ramen. And that's all I have to say about these noodles then. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of The Noodle Hunter. Hit that subscribe button and the like button as well, and a notification bell to keep up to date with my videos and inflate my ego just a little bit more. I do want to entertain you guys, and subscribing to my channel will help me continue making more videos. Leave a comment behind because I reply to all of them. If I miss one, I'm sorry, and I'll see you all next time.